Hi, everybody. Hello again. Thanks for showing up. My name is Ivor Chester. I'm the Balance Coach. Really good to speak to you and spend some time with you as we continue our discussion on social handles and a variety of other things. Today, we're going to be talking about an interesting concept that I've been working around for a while. And it's, of course, called worth. And my first book is on the topic of worth because I believe it is the epicenter of people's behaviors, both good and bad. If you understand your worth, you're going to value yourself, and you're also going to value other people because you realize what you had to go through to protect that worth. Also, you're going to take better care of yourself, your family. You're going to set different priorities. However, if you don't believe in your worth, you don't value the worth of other people, and of course, you'll trash your family and friends as well. You don't have a lot of long-term commitments. So, having said that, the title for today's discussion is called Cheap Worth. I was reading in the book of Ezekiel today, and there are two places where God is talking to Ezekiel, and he says, make sure you tell the priests that they have to change out of their work clothes, essentially. They have these work linens that they have to dress themselves in, and linen turbans and such. And make sure that they change. They have to go to this anteroom where they change, and then they can get in their work clothes and go about their regular business. And the reason God gives for that is so that the people do not get holiness that way. And also he says, just a chapter and a half later, he says that the people are to be baking seed cakes and a boiled offering and such, that they're supposed to do it in a certain part of the temple so that the people do not obtain holiness that way. Okay? Now, there's a lot of interpretation. Of course, I was talking to my good wife about just that thing, and we were talking about the no longer necessity for an intercession via priest because we have the priest of Melchizedek. We have Christ himself that intercedes for us. But what God is trying to do there, and I'm not making this a sermon, I'm making this for secular people as well. What God is trying to do there is help people understand their worth via getting it through Him and Him alone. Now, so what if you're not a believer? How are you getting your worth? Are you getting it via your money? Well, if you don't have a lot of money, or as we all know, the world economy can shift radically on the head of a pin, so that can change. You're getting it by your friends. Well, friends can be fickle. You're getting it by your house. Well, they can come and repossess your house and your things. I'm here in Irving right now. We're getting earthquakes yet again, it seems like, or at least the earth is shifting. Yesterday, a car garage at a business collapsed and took down several cars with it. I hope those people had insurance, and especially for that kind of thing. Ooh, bubbles. But what this is going to boil down to is if you're getting worth from a secondary source other than who you originally got it from, it will not motivate you. It will not get you the things you're ultimately worth. It's fake tender. It's fake money. If I took monopoly money and walked out into the world or went across, to a gas station or something and say, hey, I'd like to get a $10 of gas, and I hand them a monopoly dollar, they're not going to offer it. Okay. However, you take real money and they will. Your worth is real. You treat it like monopoly money, or you try and obtain it from false sources. Other people know. You have to start treasuring yourself. You've heard my mantra enough times. You have worth. Start acting like it. Okay? Love yourself enough. Do not settle for how people treat you. Don't allow other people to treat you cheaply. You're loved. You're going to have to start acting like it as well. And who's the first person you should love? Of course, yourself. Of course, yourself. Know that you're loved. Know that God loves you. Know that there are people around you who love you. You may not feel it. Here's something I want you to do. It's a little bit of an emotional exercise. If you don't feel loved. Love yourself first. 2, if you don't feel love from other people, then spend time with them. Call them up, email, text them. Hey, you want to go to the ball game tonight? You want to go get a bite to eat? You want to come on over to the house? You want to walk the dog with me? You want to spend some time with me, because as we're learning more and more every day, the ultimate commodity in life really isn't money. It really isn't things. It's time. Warren Buffett, richest man in the world just about, has said, I can buy anything I want in life, anything except time. And he's an older man. He understands this. Regardless if you're 6 years old or 60 or 86, you only have so much time. You have to invest it wisely with the right people, and you have to invest it in yourself. The more you spend time with yourself in an appropriate way, the more you know you have capital, emotional, spiritual capital, in the most important thing in your world. That's you. And you will protect it, you will guard it, you will have boundaries around it. That way, your holiness, so to speak, which essentially means removed from other things, your holiness is bound by what is good and what is right and what is helpful. And therefore you can go forward in the direction that will ultimately help you. All right? Tomorrow we're going to do this all over again. My name is Ivor. We're continuing our classes on Monday nights at 7 o'clock at the Dayspring offices here in Irving. If you show up at 7, you're going to get the class. You'll get the book. I'll throw that in, as well as all the teaching material, and I'll give you a one-on-one coaching session as well. If you want to contact me, make sure you drop information in the comments here. You can get me at ivorchester.com, ivorchester3 at Twitter and Instagram. Other than that, I really appreciate your time. We'll see you out there. Goodbye.